Hey, pick 'em pie, big 'em Brian Petrie, giving out the lot. One is mortal, you know it won't miss. Gonna take a shot, dog lot, that's the underdog. Yeah, they in the hunt, send them home, let's KO or submission. Yeah, somebody's done. Slime ball, yeah, that's the parlay. We gon' make it known. Pick 'em pie from MMA takes, yeah, let's get it going.
We got a show. Even Christian, the casual Costello, said he gives this card a B-. It's a low A for me. I love this card. Co-main event, fire. I'm going to go 2 hours on it probably. We got the boys back in town. Now, quickly, remind me. I know it's not fucking me. Who is the current champ?
We both are.
This
that's
guy.
right. You tied. That's right. You tied. So
I'm the defending interim. Tim's the defending.
Tim, yeah, that's right. Timbo tied. So we got a battle. Let's go. This is gonna be a big money making card. I feel it too, Mike Sloman. Big money making card. I mean, top to bottom, I like it. They always deliver in Abu Dhabi. They just signed another 5-year deal out there. A lot of money out there, boys. Then we got, what are the odds I get blessed with Pick'em show on birthday? Hey, let's go.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, my guy. That is cool stuff. Boys, I'm excited. I just want to jump right in because the first fight of the night on my card, I don't know what Tapology says. First night on my card, we got a one-eyed monster fight. We got a one-eyed pirate coming in. Sharaputdin, Magomedov, -265 versus Bruno Silva, +215. Got these lines yesterday. They are moving. Share is now -290. Sharaputdin, he goes by Share. Calls himself the Pirate, boys. Not sure if you're familiar with this guy. He's got one eye. He lost it in a training accident or fight or whatever. Got a little bit of a temper. Kicked some dude in a grappling event. Kicked him right in the face in a grappling event. Beat up some dude outside the cage because they touched his woman or something like that. He's got the 2000 Kansas Jayhawk point guard, red floppy hair from Dagestan. Looks kind of cool without the hair, without the eye. Is a striker, wrestling weak. A lot of people all over this guy's dick. I'll start it off -265, now -290 is a little steep. Now, we're going to talk about one of my blunders later in the card with Hamzat Chimaev, but I do think I have a good eye for talent. And I looked at this guy extensively. There's tons of footage out there. It's got a lot of hype. I think he's got some supplements helping him reach his goals. And he's a kicker more than anything. His striking it's good, but it's not like blowing me off the charts. He does have good power. He's quick. He's fast. Thick boy for 185. But he's coming here against Bruno Silva, who's no pushover, who's only fought fucking top line dudes. And I think Bruno Silva has fallen off a little bit. He's another guy that got on the good time juice, got popped, and kind of changed the trajectory of his career. But he's a banger in there. He's got a decent chin. He can bang him. He didn't get put out by Alex Pereira. Shara, the Pirate, has no takedown offenses. Very lackluster. I like this fight's over 1.5. I like the over 1.5 in this fight. I think if Shara wins, will be in the first round, but I like the over. I think Bruno Silva's a tough test. I see Shara winning by decision here. Not willing to put a lot of units on it, but I want to be wrong. Like, I think Silva's going to give him a run for money, but I would love, being an MMA fan, being a UFC fan, this guy comes and just lights the fucking roof off, and we got a new killer at 185. That's what I want to happen. I don't know if I see it right this second. They are giving a big test in the debut. Give me Sharaputdin. Give me the Pirate. By decision, maybe late TKO. I haven't figured out the X's and O's on that one yet, but give me Sharaputdin. Christian, do you even know who this guy is? Tell me what you got here, babe.
Yeah, to the surprise of nobody, I completely disagree with you on this fight. I definitely think the under is a much better bet than it going the distance. So got that for you. I mean, the one-eye bandit here, he's got 10 out of 11 of his wins by knockout. Bruno Silva's won 20 times by knockout. You remember the time I said, I think it might have been against Alex Pereira. I said, Bruno Silva's live for the submission here. And then you pointed out that he's never submitted anybody.
Yes.
Well, I think I might go back to the well this time.
Okay. It's got to hit one of these days, right?
Yeah. I probably will put like a couple bucks on it. But no, Bruno Silva's got some incredible experience. His chin is, getting knocked around by Gerald Mearshart is, that was a rough performance. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I just love his experience. I do think he's still got his power. As they always say, that's the last thing to go. At plus 230, why not? I'm going to take a shot on him here. Yeah, I haven't checked I've got him at plus 230, but hell yeah, I think Bruno Silva can knock him out early.
You got Bruno Silva, yeah. Trindade, of course. Long live Trindade, the king. He's got Bruno Silva at plus 235 here. Lines are moving a little bit. Obviously, people like to share a Booten guy. Timbo, give us your thoughts. Who do you like?
Bruno Silva's really talented to be a plus 235, and he's also that's a lot of folks on this card, man. You've got a lot of really good, talented former champs that are plus 200. Like someone said in the chat, there's a lot of money to be made. I can't fuck with Bruno Silva. I think his fight IQ is fucking garbage. In his Brendan Allen fight, he had plenty of opportunities to either win that or get better position on what he was doing. Didn't fuck with him then. Getting knocked around by Gerald Meerschaert, that's embarrassing. I think he's out of it. You know, he's 34 years old now. His chin is gone. Give me the new young up and comer, Magomedov. Don't love it. Don't love this line. I don't like when a debuting fighter fighting a vet, a good experienced vet, is a almost minus 300 favorite. But I'm gonna take him here for the sake of the pick'ems.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
the under
I'm
as well.
You like the under? Okay, so I'm the only one on the over. Go fuck myself. I think it's weird because I remember when Bisping lost his eye, everyone's like, "Oh, he can't fight," and he hit it from the commission. He wore glasses a lot. This dude's fighting without an eye. They don't give a fuck. He's going out there. You know, goddamn eye probably got eaten by a wolf. He don't give a shit. He's a savage though, right? He's very aggressive. But again, I just wish the hands were a little cleaner. Defensively, I wish it was cleaner. And I wish he had some kind of mountain wrestling, Dagestan wrestling. That's what Islam's been calling this, or Chimaev's been calling this week. You know, I don't really see that from him right here. But, all right, we move on to the ladies' fight. Jinh Frey, plus 380 versus Viktoriia Dudakova, minus 500. I know this line has gone up. Yep, Dudakova is a minus 535 over Jinh Frey. We'll start with Christian, even though he doesn't know chicks like I do. We'll start with Christian and see what he thinks on this fight. Go ahead, CC.
Yeah, I don't know chicks. Yeah, this is not a very good fight. This is gonna be the first time of many you hear me say this. Like, because these weird lines, I love the spread bets on this card, like the plus 3.5, minus 3.5. Look, Dudakova's younger, faster, more athletic, stronger. I don't know if she's stronger. Jinh Frey's jacked, but this is kind of in with the new, out with the old fight. Jinh Frey's lost 3 in a row, even though she probably won 1 or 2 of those. I think she can take a round. She's got that savvy veteranship in her. You know, she is a former 105 champion out there in Invicta. So, you know, she has fought at the highest level. She's probably seen it all. So, yeah, I'm gonna pick Dudakova, but I do like a Jinh Frey plus 3.5 bet. And like I said, I have more of those coming because just that's the only way I have been able to find to play these with these lines.
All right. I like it. I like you touching the spreads a little bit there. I know I get DM'd all the time asking me what the hell the spread means, and I try to explain to the best of I can, but I've actually never really played it myself. Timbo, what do you like in this chick fight?
I play those spreads quite often, and I do fucking horrible with them. And I usually do it on chick fights. I usually do it on chick fights like this one when I'm thinking these chicks aren't dominating anybody. I know Dudakova's last fight, it was kind of a freak injury to Estela Nunes, but you know, I see where Christian's coming from with it, but I'm not fucking with that, and I'm probably just not fucking with this fight at all. Jinh Frey is 38 years old. She's on her way out. Dudakova, like Christian has said, you know, out with the old, in with the new. Give me Dudakova here, likely by decision, but maybe a little parlay piece, but I don't see any value here.
Yeah, line's high for Dudakova, who basically on the Contender Series just won by takedowns, didn't do much, didn't land a lot of strikes, and then Estela Nunes just snapped her fucking elbow in kind of a freak accident. I mean, she go for the takedown, the win counts, but yeah, she snapped her elbow. Dudakova is a good grappler. Jinh Frey has 89% takedown defense, but he hasn't really fighting that many takedown artists. I mean, Dudakova is a girl who's going to go out there and really maintain the grappling. She doesn't really have much else. Decent submissions, but not like super world class. I think she'll go out there. She's going to try to get Junior Frey down. I think it's going to work. Junior Frey got taken down twice by Kay Hansen, who's not a great wrestler. That was earlier in her UFC career. Lately, she's been pretty solid, but again, not fighting a ton of grapplers like Dudakova. I like this fight, maybe by sub if you want to sprinkle by Dudakova to get a better number, but I think I'm with Timbo here. I think this is going to go over, and I think it's going to be a decision. And we all like Dudakova there. We're all on the same board. CC's got an alpha beer. Bro may not know chicks, but the chicks know him for sure. Hey, alpha beer, Timbo. But speaking of that, we're all on the same page. So maybe we all do know chicks.
Are talking like you know chicks, and I'm the one who knows chicks.
Hell yeah.
We all know chicks. We all know chicks. I think it's there. MMA spreads are rigged every time. I bet one bad judge get one winner 30-27. That happened to me last week with the chick fight. Christian's commenting in the own chat. Christian is in the chat today, baby. Christian is in the chat. Dudakova to win by submission plus 350. That's a nice little number there by Trindaddy. Wouldn't mind. I can't say sprinkle because apparently Yanni the Greek trademarked that. So we got to come up with something other than sprinkle. I'm trying to think.
Fuck that. Fuck that.
You
We're
know
not
what I
saying
mean?
that shit.
That's been being said for like 10 years.
Hey, and Yanni hopped on it and fucking trademarked it. So I gotta respect.
Hey,
I don't want to owe
Fucking
Yanni the Greek money. I mean, that's like Paris Hilton. She's like back in the early 2000s when she's like, that's so hot or that's hot or whatever. She trademarked that shit. I don't want to owe Yanni money. Yanni's a nice guy. I don't want to owe him money by saying that. So we got to come something else. I might touch that a little bit. I might give a little touch on that one. All right, next up.
Hey, Slowman makes a really good point here. Real
Yeah.
quick, back to those
Go ahead.
MMA spreads. It's bad enough when a fight goes to decision and we've got to rely on the judges to have half a brain and make the right decision. But with
Right.
those fucking spreads, that
Yeah.
shit's too risky, man. That's a risk. Unless you think they're going to win by finish, then why not just bet that? But
Right.
yeah, that shit. I'm with Slowman on that one for sure.
I haven't seen a spread that jumped out at me that I was like, oh, that's a really good number. I think I can squeeze in. But yeah, because I don't like relying on the judges. I'm going to contradict myself later tonight in one of these picks that I'm going to rely on the judge. But it's a tough ask for me. But maybe there's money to be made. I don't know. Next up, this line I think is actually wild. Nathaniel Wood minus 340 versus Mohammad Naimov plus 270. I know this has gone up. Trim will post it in the chat. Yeah, minus 310 for Nath. Oh, it's actually gone down. To be honest, I don't know what a spread is, but it's too good to pass on. Lazy bet 330s in on the spread. This fight to me is kind of crazy. The line is weird. Nathaniel Wood going up to 45. Here's the updated line from Trindaddy. Minus 310. Mohammad Naimov plus 250. Line set at 2.5 over 166 under plus 130. Listen, Nathaniel Wood's chinny. The guy gets put down almost every fight. He's been knocked out before, and he got hurt really bad in his last time out and squeaked out a decision. Naimov is a powerful guy, won by knockout his last time out. He wasn't winning the fight, but he clipped Jamie Malarkey, old cement head, and put him out. Naimov's a guy who I think his record is kind of okay, but kind of trash. I think he has some explosiveness to him. If he lands on Nathaniel Wood, I think he can get it done here. Man, you need to throw some dogs in there. You can't just take all chalk. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take Naimov here at plus 250. I like him to maybe catch Nathaniel Wood by knockout is something that would be very interesting to play. I have it pulled up right here. We're all chasing those plus money. Muhammad Naimov to win by KO plus 600, 6-1 on your money. I like that. And Nathaniel Wood, again, he's coming off a 2-drop performance. Got dropped twice, bad against Andre Fili, and battled back and won, but that wasn't too long ago. John Dawson put him on a fight that he's winning. Nathaniel Wood's got good leg kicks, good striking, but he's hittable. I don't think he's getting Naimov down either if he wants to mix in the takedowns. Nathaniel Wood's more technically the better striker, but Naimov, I think, has big power, and I'm going to take Naimov here as the underdog price, plus 250. By knockout, plus 600, add it to my card. Timbo! What do you got, babe?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't have taken that. With Nathaniel Wood going up in weight and with how many times he gets dropped, I don't really think he's that great anyways. He hasn't fought the best of talent, even at 135. So now moving up, fighting a more powerful guy, it'll be interesting to see how he performs at 145. But I don't think I think he should have stuck to 135. I'm not sure why he made that move, but Yeah, I don't like minus 310 Nathaniel Wood pretty much anywhere. He's a points fighter. He's not really that likely to finish someone. And this dude he's fighting is a fucking, powerhouse. So
You can crack.
I'm on him as well. I'm on him with you.
Smart guy. That's a smart man right there. Christian, go ahead and bring up this rear and say how you're on Nathaniel Wood so we can laugh at you.
Jeez, you guys are stupid. I cannot believe those terrible takes. That was a fluke win over Jamie Malarkey that Naimov had. He was getting his ass kicked and that was lucky. And it's not going to happen again. That guy is completely one-shot dependent. And while I will say that Nathaniel Wood is hittable, he does get hit a lot. Naimov gets hit even more. I don't think he's going to have the speed to hang with Wood. Look, I think Nathaniel Wood could win the grappling if he wants to. I think he can outbox him if he wants to. He just has to avoid that one big shot. And if I could bet on a guy that I think is better everywhere, I'm definitely going to take him. I don't know what you guys see in Naimov, but I will happily take that point in the pickup.
See these? I fucking see these, bro. I see them hands, dude. What do you mean? What do I see?
They're too slow. Nathaniel Wood's so fast. He's got 135 speed.
Who the fuck does Andre Philly hurt on the feet? And he fucking almost had Philly or Wood out there twice. Philly can't crack an egg, my guy.
Naimov's not even going to hardly hit him.
Right. So Nathaniel Wood's going to have a perfect performance. What I'm saying, though, is betting 310 for a perfect minus 310 for a perfect performance. I don't like that. I don't like those odds for a guy that gets hit like Nathaniel Wood. I don't think Naimov's great. I do. I think he's weak. I thought he looked bad on the Contender Series against Colin England, who's not very good. He got taken down 3 times. But I think he's got the power, right? I do. And I just think Nathaniel Wood's going to have that moment of lapse, get cracked. And when you're giving me, like, if this was any lower, like say Naimov was like plus 135, plus 150, you're not hearing me touch it. I just think Nathaniel Wood's way too high. Yeah. I'm glad we have dissension. I'm glad we have some disagreement. That's what makes the show fun.
It's hard to knock somebody out from your back, though. And that's where Naimov's going to be.
I bet I can knock you out from my back. I would never. I'm just kidding. Next up, Anshul. I can't say this guy's name. I was practicing this guy's name too. Anshul Jubli versus Mike Breeden. Anshul is a minus 310 and Mike Breeden is a plus 250. I can't believe Mike Breeden's still in the UFC. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave with Christian. I can't believe the guy's still in the UFC. What's up, Bradley, baby? Woo, woo! You ain't missed nothing yet, babe. Good stuff's coming. Surprises in the UFC. Christian, go ahead and give us your Mike Breeden pick, your first dog of the card. I love to see it. Oh, nope, you have one. You already have a dog.
Yeah, I already got one. Yeah. I mean, Anshul Jubli, obviously everybody or most people probably know he came from that road to the UFC. Absolute trash. There was only one good fight. Who was that? There's that Japanese guy. Everybody else stunk.
The Japanese wrestler,
bad. Yeah, he's awesome though. He's going to be
he's great. He should have gotten to finish his last fight, but other than that, he is awesome.
Yeah,
I don't even know his name, but I bet
I played it too.
Okay. I was a little disappointed with him, but I'll probably ride him again. So obviously Jubli, I know he's an Indian wrestler. He's crushed some just absolute cans. He was an underdog on that road to the UFC, and those guys were bad. I only watched like 1 or 2 of the fights from it, and I was like, man, these guys stink. As for Breeden, terrible grappler, questionable chin. Does look to have all right cardio. Jubli, it's so hard to judge when a guy's fought that low of competition. At least the guys that Breeden is getting smoked by are pretty good and still smoke a lot of other people. I kind of look at it like, imagine if we'll have to assume Jubli's the best MMA fighter in India. If the best American went and played Indian cricket at the highest level, that guy would be fucking terrible and he would get lit up. And Jubli's stepping into the best American fighting organization. And I think he's going to get lit up by just some average, actually way below average American fighter. So give me another underdog. Give me Mike Breeden to beat up the $1 million fists, Anshul Jubli.
Gosh. I was kidding. You didn't have to pick Mike Breeden, but you did. The guy is 0-4 in the UFC banner. Anthony Romero got him in the Contender Series. Alex Hernandez knocked him out. Natan Levy took him down 9 times. And then McKinney put him out in the first round. Listen, Jubli, yes, his record's weak. He was like self-trained for a while. He comes from an area that isn't predominantly MMA, but Patrick Friend said it best in the chat. This guy should be minus 700. He has all the skills to be good. Sometimes you got to ignore the record. Yeah, Breeden's been in there with some killers, but he's been killed. Jubli's fresh. He's strong. He has good takedowns. He's heavy on top. His ground and pound is pretty good. Again, hasn't had the chance to fight anybody. That's where he came from. Looked good on the road to the UFC. Obviously, finished that dude in the finals, but that guy stinks. He has no chin. Jekka C or whatever his name is. I like Jubli here. And he's slimed up, babe. He's in the slime ball parlay. I'm glad the number dropped on him as well. I think this number should be way higher. I think people are sleeping on him. I think he's a dog in there. I do. Even if he's out-skilled, I think he's out-dogging Mike Breeden. I think Mike Breeden's is there for a paycheck, knows it's his last UFC ride. Even if he wins, he's getting cut. Breeden's going out there going, listen, I'm going to go out there and just have fun. Fuck it. Give me Jubli. Like him here. Wouldn't be surprised at the end of the show if I lock him up. But right now, Slimeball candidate for sure. Timbo, what do you got?
Yeah, Mike Breeden. I'm not sure how he got into the UFC or how he stayed in the UFC. I don't know who he's sucking off, but hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. But he was getting knocked out by Ivy Nixon in something wild organization. But, you know, I'm not too high on Jubli, but this is one of the moments where I'll trust that, you know, I like to see him in the UFC first, but with Mike Breeden, like, he's on his way out. He should have already been out. So give me Jubli here as well.
Jubli as well. Love it, love it, love it. Timbo and I agree. Christian, listen, Christian, if Mike Breeden wins, we got to come up with something. Man, I don't want to give you money. Do I owe you any money, by the way? I don't owe you money, do I?
What? Check the tapes. I don't.
Okay, I know that one time I owed you, I sent it to you. But we got to do something, man. I don't know, because if Mike Breeden wins, that's a hell of a call. I have seen some MMA Twitter kind of flirting with it. They're kind of the same take, like, oh, this Jubli guy's fought nobody. Road UFC, there was nobody. You know, in the finals, he fought Jekka C, who's nobody. Again, I just think he's got that dog in him. I think he's good. The worst fight in the card, let's spend 30 seconds on this max, boys. We got Sedriques Dumas versus Abu Azaitar. Sedriques is minus 218. Abu Azaitar is plus 180. He is the brother of Othman Abatar, the guy who smuggled in potatoes on Fight Island last time, got cut, got brought back because he's like best friends with the King of Morocco, whatever the fuck. Both these guys stink. I'm going to go underdog. I'm going to go Abu just because I think Dumas is not good. He looked a little better in the Cody Brundage fight, who also stinks. But I think Abu stands on the feet. They're banging out. Someone's going to fall. I like this fight to be ended by knockout. I'll probably play it that way. Not going to pick a side or money line, or excuse me, I'm picking Abu. I'm not going to play a side or money line. So give me Abu Azaitar. This fight absolutely stinks. Timbo, go ahead.
I hate Cody Brundage after he lost to Dumas. So Cody Brundage is on my list of people that I hate. And he also fucked me over on that Malkoon fight. So he's like top of the list of fuck these guys in the UFC.
Top of the list.
Nothing personal.
Yep.
I mean, professional speaking, but he's made me lose a lot of money. Dumas is not good. Abu Azaitar, if I recall, he had a decent fight against Marc-Andre Barriault, who I think is a good fighter. So I'm not sure on line here. I know Dumas it pretty much dominated Cody Brundage, but he ain't no good. So give me Azaitar here. I like the dog money. We're going to disagree here shortly, Brian. It's coming, but we're on the same page.
Oh, we're on the same page right now? Yeah, we're on the same page the whole time. Yeah, trust me, there's some disagreements coming. I got some takes. Christian, who do you got here, bub?
Yeah, I mean, Abu Azaitar has no gas, but I'm still going to pick him. He's at least dangerous early. And Sedriques Dumas is, oh my gosh, he's so bad. So I did get his last fight right that he would beat Brundage. So that's terrible. Yep.
Mike Sloman says if Abu has potatoes, got to play him. That's 100% sure. If there are potatoes in play, that's a max bet on Abu. I don't know if potatoes are in play though. But Dumas though, he looks like he truly looks the part, right? If you just saw a picture of him, like, oh, this dude fucking bangs. He's got that long kind of Wiz Khalifa frame. He's tatted up. You know, he talks like, you know, a tough dude, and he gets in there and he's got no technique, right? He improved his cardio for the Cody fight, but, you know, just not good. I don't know how this – Abu, I was going to say, I don't know how this fight made this card, but Abu obviously is pretty big in those neck of the woods. All right, next up, Javid Basharat minus 510. I think this line's moving as well. Trend will have an updated line versus Victor Henry plus 410. I love the Basharat bros. I love them, right? Undefeated in the UFC. They're both very, very talented. This fight gave me some pause though. Victor Henry's a tricky fucking dude, and he's got a excuse me, he's got a huge number on his name. Christian, tell me what you like. I just swallowed a fucking bug or something.
I like Basharat, not as much as you do, but he's really well-rounded, seems to be pretty good everywhere. I don't know. I'm not always super high with the Contender Series guys, but he's impressed me. I think everything he's done so far. His finishing ability is, it's not questionable. It stinks, but other than that, seems to be a good fighter. Victor Henry, I surprised everybody, I think, in that Barcelos fight, and then kind of let us down against the Sun Sal right after that. But, for the most part, he's looked pretty good. He's got tons of experience, champion outside the UFC. I like his output in this fight. This is another thing where, Timbo, you had some really good points, and Sloman did too. I like this as another plus 3.5 bet. I could definitely see Victor Henry taking around because Basharat can get sleepy and can spend a lot of time not doing anything. I have no idea how this line is as wide as it is. I thought this would be like minus 200, but somehow it's minus 600. So I'm actually going to pick Victor Henry as well as take that plus 3.5 bet. I think he's a much better fighter than a plus 430. So I agree. I just don't get it. I
agree wholeheartedly. Go ahead, Timbo. What do you got, bub?
That's wild, man. I thought I was going to come in here nuts on the table with this one. And this is how I was going to keep the strap. It's always like these types of fights where I hit one of them and it's like, all right, that kind of lets me coast. But I'm going with Victor Henry too, man. And it's a value bet. Plus 425 is crazy. Like Basharat doesn't finish his opponents. Victor Henry, as Christian said, former champion in, what was it, one? Where was he a former champ at?
He fought in Japan most of his career. Yeah, it was in Japan. Yeah. I'm not sure what organization.
Trains with Josh Barnett and them boys. Like he's like you said, Brian. He's a fucking tricky dude. Like he's a talented guy. He's durable. This plus 425. As much as I just said 5 minutes ago that I hate those fucking spread bets, this is the fucking one right here, man. Especially with the likelihood of it going decision if he loses because Basharat can't finish like his sentence. But yeah, give me Henry here, man. I'm pissed that CC got on that, but I think there's a lot of value right here, man.
I agree with both of you. That's why I'm going opposite. I'm going to go Javid Basharat. Him and his brother are great, and it's got to be volume based because Victor Henry came in the UFC again. We talked about it. He made his bones in Japan fighting really good competition. Beat Harney Barcelos in a very close fight. Landed 181 strikes. Drops to a Sun Sal. Outstruck a Sun Sal. Just got taken down and there's a little more sting on the Sun Sal shots, right? Victor Henry's more of a point guy. Then fights Tony Gravely, who's a very good grappler. Got taken down 3 times. But landed 154 strikes. This guy's volume's crazy. Javid's only landed, his record in the UFC is like 80, 90 strikes. So he's got to have volume here. He's going to land the harder shots, but it's going to matter when Victor Henry doesn't go the fuck away. I like this fight by decision. The point spread, like you boys said, is great. Victor Henry plus 3.5, plus 165. Add it to my card. That's a great spot right there. Never played a point spread before, but you guys hit the nail on the head. He's going to win around. This fight could go to a split decision. This could be a close fight. Victor Henry's not a pushover. I think Basharat's brother is better than Javid. What's his brother's name?
Fareed.
Someone help. What is it?
Fareed.
Fareed. What?
Fareed.
That's his name. I know I'm hearing it, but I don't think that was his name.
Faried.
I think you guys are full of shit. I'm thinking. Hold on. All right, hold on.
Hey, you gonna fucking question our MMA intelligence? How long have we been doing this show?
I don't mean to be. Oh shit! Why isn't it popping up what his fucking brother is?
Type in Fareed Basharat.
Why didn't you take a guess on what his name is? I want to hear your guess.
I don't fucking know. Fuck me. I'm wrong. Whatever. Sorry, Evan Lagori just texted me and they won. Go Snakes, by the way. I sent him a video on Eastern Diamondback from the Cincinnati Zoo bit a woman today. And I sent them the clip and was like, go Snakes. You got to win this one. And they won. huge win for the Snakes. I'm going to go Javid. Listen, I like the guy's skills. I think he needs to be more active in there. They have a common opponent in Tony Gravely. Javid does give us some sloppy takedowns every once in a while. Viktoriia can mix that in really well. And yeah, I mean, listen, look at that. You guys are 100% right there. Fareed Basharat. I mean, Trindaddy coming in. I'm sorry I ever doubted you guys. I have trust issues, clearly. I like Javid Basharat here. Huge number. How are you going to play this? By decision, over, point spread, get creative, not touching him, not putting him in a parlay. Shouldn't be this huge. I know people love the Basharat brothers, but, Viktoriia, again, kind of a fucking dog. All right, next up, we got Mohammad Yahya, plus 136 versus Trevor Peak, baby. Trevor Peak, this guy, born with a goatee, 100%, cuts his own hair, probably got a dick down to his knees, doesn't give a fuck, standing up, back fist, hammer fist, he'll throw it all. He looked a little vulnerable against Chepe Maniscalco last time out, but Chepe has proven to be a pretty tough dude, hard to get out of there, thick guy in there. And Trevor Peak got taken down a bunch. He got gassed out. I said this on the Anakin Florian show, which I don't think has been out yet. I said Trevor Peak has all the heart and all the toughness in the world. That's got to start meeting his skills and his cardio. Cardio's failed him, and his skills obviously aren't there. But you can use toughness and heart to build skills. But Mohammad Yahya, here's a guy that's from UAE, fought in the UAE Warriors, solid dude. This guy's been 5 rounds. He's fought some good competition. Very patient striker, picks his shots. Not the most overwhelming striker. Has some problems on the ground early in his career. He gets submitted on the ground. That's not going to be worried about Trevor Peak here. They set this line at over 1.5, which I'm sure Trend Daddy's going to bring up right now. Mohammad Yahya plus 140, Trevor Peak minus 160.
God damn,
Trend Daddy's the best. Over 1.5. You see what I'm doing here, boys. This is going over 1.5. Yahya's too patient. Trevor Peak's too fucking dumb and tough to get put out. It's going to be sloppy. It's going into the second, third round. I don't know if it's going to go to decision, but give me Mohammad Yahya as an underdog at plus 140 and give me over 1.5 plus 100 for the green fucking hammer. Look at this thing right here.
Is that the new one?
That's the new one.
Hell yeah.
This is what I got sent to me from Mako Tools.
Skulls.
Dude, this thing's heavy. 6 pounds. Mako Tools. When I busted that jar of change in my garage, dude, it was like butter. Chink! I cut the bottom of my feet up. I had glass in my hoodie. Everyone's like, you should have wore glasses. Nah, I'm busting shit up, putting it on the internet. That's how dumb I am. But yeah, so give me Mohammad Yahya underdog. Give me Green Hammer over 1.5 because I think it's going to be a slobber knocker. It's going to go over. Yahya isn't the biggest power puncher, and Trevor Peak is just too goddamn tough and dumb to get finished. So that's what I like. What do you boys got? Timbo, tell me what you got, babe.
You'll never, ever, ever see me bet Trevor Peak. Heart of a line, sure, but bro,
I thought that was going to go another way.
No,
I thought you said,
man.
I will never not bet against her. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Yeah. I may not bet the fight, but I will not bet him. It's just like, bro, you're not even in there fucking thinking at least remotely straight. It's just tunnel vision and just like, I'm going to go kill this guy in the most reckless way possible and leave myself open. And like you said, Yahya is – what's up?
Do you like his goatee, though?
It's kind of stone coldish. I kind of fuck with it,
dude. All right, keep going.
Yeah. Sorry. Not much more after that though. I just think he's so fucking reckless. He has no cardio. Let's see if he worked on it. Doubtful because this is like the 4th time I've seen him do the same exact game plan. It's worked out for him against some lesser quality opponents, but I'm not here for Trevor Peak. I'm definitely taking Yahya here. Love that bet. Love the underdog bet on that as well. I think that line will probably move come Saturday.
I mean, look at this guy. Look at that goatee. Listen, his facial hair only grows that way. It doesn't go anywhere else.
He doesn't have to shave.
There's no stubble anywhere else. That is a fucking perfect. Look at his goatee. It's perfect. Cuts his own hair. Look at this in the middle of the fight too, just throwing down. This dude, look at it. Here's an old picture of him. There's no stubble at all. That's a perfect goatee. This guy doesn't give a fuck, man. I love it. I love it. But yeah, he's hard to bet. He's fun to root for, fun to watch, hard to put your money on it. Christian's going to find a way to put his money on it, though. CC! We got baby.
Next, I'm going to grow that goatee for the next Trevor.
You got to do it. I can't do it. You got to do it.
Oh, I can't. It's easy for me. So Timbo, I liked part of your breakdown, and I wanted to piggyback on that. And you're talking about how horrible Trevor Peek's defense is. And I completely agree, but I think that leads to a lot of that crazy offense that he has. And that's how he gets a lot of those knockouts. He gets a lot of his damage. Is that bad defense leads to these, because he just does things that nobody else does. And that's what leads to a lot of his openings. So I kind of, in a way, I look at it maybe not as bad, but unconventional. As you can tell, that means I'm probably picking Trevor Peek because I called it unconventional instead of bad. Yeah, I think this guy gets some takedowns. Trevor Peek, he's got that Derek Lewis get-up game. He just stands up, just kind of shimmies to the side, stands up.
The comments are killing it right now.
Yeah, the bones are good.
Sorry, ZC.
Paul Malls to reserve.
Paul Malls.
This guy's house and cigs for sure.
When it comes to like narrative, though, I can't imagine in UAE they want some guy going, "Oh, glory be to God, my Savior Jesus Christ," and glory be to Jesus, thank you. Yeah. I can't imagine that's what they're looking for, but they're going to have somebody praising Allah or somebody praising Jesus in this fight.
When they first went to Abu Dhabi back in UFC 12, Anderson Silva was mad because Anderson was very religious, and they told him, you can't thank Jesus within this crowd. You can't do it. I don't know if the same rules apply, obviously. That's why Bryce Mitchell probably will never fight in Abu Dhabi, but they take that shit seriously. Can't do it. Who was your pick? I'm sorry, the comments got me.
Give me Trevor Peek to be praising Jesus when this one ends.
Trevor Peek, this guy has been taken down 4 times.
By knockout. And by first knockout.
This guy's been taken down 4 times in every single UFC fight he's had. 4 times each, right? They've been taken down.
So he gets up.
He knocked out Malik Lewis, who? Yeah, exactly. He knocked out Eric Gonzalez, who everyone fucking has. And then he got stopped by Chepe Maniscal. Listen, I'm rooting for Trevor Peek. The guy's entertaining. I want to look at his goatee more. I want to hear more about him. I'm hoping there's no skeleton in his closet where he comes out to be a completely big idiot. But let's go Trevor Peek. But I am on Muhammad Yahya. I like that dog money right there. All right, next up, interesting fight. Another line that seems wide to me. Tim Mitchell, plus 330 versus Mohammad Mokaev, plus 180. Right? Kind of an odd, or excuse me, wait, hold on, I read that wrong. I'm looking in the chat, I'm reading my line wrong. I'm sorry. Take 2. Everyone forget what I just said. Tim Elliott, plus 330.
I didn't know that was a joke.
What?
I didn't know if I like, okay, I look like Tim Elliott now. All right.
No. Tim Elliott, plus 330 versus Muhammad Mokaev, plus 455. The lines have moved. Mokaev has came down a little bit. Tim Elliott has come down a little bit as well. I'm gonna lead the dance here because I gotta take on this fight, right? I'm going Tim Elliott right off the gut. I'm going Tim Elliott, right? Muhammad Mokaev, young guy, very good grappler, is confident in his abilities. Debut great against Cody Durden. Has looked pretty good in his fights. He had a couple duds, and then he's finished some guys. He got in troubles last time out with the knee bar, fought through it. Tim Elliott, though, is a wild man. This guy can scramble with the best of them if he's on. There's some times where he throws a flat performance as well. I think Tim Elliott's funky enough on the feet to cause Mokaev problems. I think Mokaev is going to be diving for takedowns. Tim Elliott has a great guillotine, has some funky chokes. Look out for that. I think this is a bet I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Tim Elliott, not money line. I'm going Tim Elliott by decision, plus 600. And then a little touchy touch. I'm not saying sprinkle, a little touch. Tim Elliott to win by split decision, plus 1,400. These are bets that are already placed currently on DraftKings Sportsbook by your boy. Tim Elliott's the pick. Tim Elliott by decision, plus 600. Patrick Friend messaged me earlier today. Guys in the chat, he said the same thing. This guy's a sharp. Give me that 14-1 split decision. It's going to be a close fight. It's going to be grappling based. We'll see what happens. Mokaev's obviously, he's the Muslim. He's going to have some, he's going to have the crowd on his side. Doesn't mean he's going to have the judges on the side. We're going to get a fucky scorecard. I know it. And I think this might be the one. Give me Tim Elliott and all those plays. Timbo, what you got, man?
Got a little value here for you. And I got a sprinkle of value.
No, don't say it.
No, I'm taking Mokaev here by submission though, plus 200.
Okay.
I think he gets him down. This dude's legit, man. I know he had some close fights against some guys that he shouldn't have had close fights against, but this dude's the real deal. And the line says it. I wouldn't. Maybe if like a slime ball parlay or something. Obviously, it's not going to be in yours minus 410.
Right.
I'll put it in a parlay, but like a straight bet. Tim Elliott, his last 2 or 4 losses, he's been finished by submission. Mokaev definitely has the talent to do that to him. So give me Mokaev here.
That's a nice bet. I like that you picked a guy who's favorite. You also picked, hey, listen, this guy's got some real skills on the ground. And Tim Elliott has been submitted several times. Like, he's got a ton of losses. He's like 19-12 or something crazy. I just think if he's having his best day, he's going to give this kid some fits. And with this line being so big, I had to take a dabble on that. Christian, who you got, babe?
I kind of like this fight. I don't like Mokaev at all, but if you're not a Tim Elliott fan, that would be kind of strange. Super fun fighter to watch. I was torn on this one, which usually, I'll go with the dog when I'm like, oh, it's a pretty close fight.
Do it. Fucking do it.
Timbo's calling you out, bitch.
Well, I want the strap though. And it's I guess I agree with I kind of agree with both of you guys on this one. Because I have it in my notes. This is one of my plus 3.5 bets. Because I'm like, oh, like if this goes to Tim Elliott will win a round if this goes to decision. Mokaev always puts himself into a bad spot at least once per fight. But so does Tim Elliott, and he lets himself get caught sometimes. He's been subbed 5 times. The guys that sub him are elite, though. It's Figueiredo, Royval recently. So, that's got me a little bit torn. I think betting wise, I'm definitely going to do like a same game parlay with like 5 or 7 plus takedowns or something like that. Because the amount of takedowns and reversals we'll see here is going to be crazy. I hate that I'm going to do it because I root against Mokaev every time. I wish his knee would have got torn even worse against Filo, but I'm actually going to pick Mokaev.
They're fucking crushing it in the chat right now with that Tim Elliott joke. I'm sorry. That shit made me weak.
That's the thing. If you don't pick Tim Elliott, you're a son of a bitch after what Kevin Kroom did to him and what his ex-chick did to him on his wedding night when he was taking care of his fucking daughter, man. That is absolute brutal, Tim Elliott. He looked good his last time out, though, right? With all the distractions, he left. The Krauses was a nightmare. He's in a new situation now. This is going to be a good fight. I like what you said. A lot of those same game parlays, though, they don't get offered for me about the takedowns and stuff. Sometimes, like, I don't get offered the takedowns. I only get offered the strikes.
Yeah, it's got to be higher up, I think, on the card but it's a pay-per-view, so we might see it.
Okay. So we're split on that as well. You pussies are taking the huge favorite. I'm taking the big underdog. What? What's that? What's going on?
Hello? Okay, this is Dog.
That just went off. I didn't even hit that. That's crazy. They didn't dog about him or no. All right, main card time. Saeed Nurmagomedov minus 218 versus Muin Gafurov plus 180. Christian, let's go back to you. What do you think about this fight? Interesting fight. I think both these guys are slightly underrated. I think one more so than the other. But tell you what to do. Here we go. Hang on real second. Lazy bed 330. What if instead of sprinkle, y'all say spritz? That's it.
Oh, yeah.
That's it, lazy bed. You're going to get credited for that every time I say spritz because I like saying the word spritz. I don't pee my pants. I spritz my pants every once in a while. So I like that lazy bed 330. You are going to get credit 100%. BP, can you run that? No, I can't. His name is Saeed. But I'm not going to say the last name again because I'm embarrassed. I can't say one of the most famous names in MMA. There's a line. Christian, all you bid.
Yeah, I'm going to spritz on Saeed round 2 finish because if it goes any farther than that, he's going to lose probably. His gas tank is questionable at best. Fun fighter to watch, though, especially early. He's kind of been getting, was it 1 or 2 fights ago where he was getting destroyed by Kakhramonov and then he's gotten 2 of those
He's got a nasty
guillotines in a row, right?
Yeah,
like 2 of them
nasty.
in a row.
It's death, dude.
I think I'm forgetting about one of his fights because I'm such a casual now.
Yeah, this guy sucks, guys.
Douglas Silva de Andrade.
There you go, Tim.
That's the fight. Okay, I forgot about that one. Lost to John. And he's fought some pretty good fighters too.
Yeah, but he beat.
Yeah, I
Johnny
don't think
Martinez, by the way.
I don't think Gafurov is very good. I think you just said he is.
I think he's solid. He's pretty solid.
There's all kinds of Tajikistan fighters making a run now. Yeah, no, he lost to Chadian Hellinger. He's not good. He's not good at all. Said will win by first or second round. I'm just gonna probably take in that stretch of round Said, round 1 or 2. Now this guy stinks. I forgot who he was. Chadian Hellinger is one of the worst fighters that come into the UFC in the last 3 years. This guy's not any good. If you can make that bonehead of a mistake, you're not going to fight. You're not going to be able to hang against a fighter this level. He'll lose and he'll lose early. I forgot it was this guy. He stinks. All right, Timbo, you're up next.
Well,
oh yeah. Oh man.
Wow.
All right.
This casual goes, hey, I don't know who he is. Oh wait, yeah, I do. He stinks. I don't ever bet him. Go ahead, Timbo. What you got, bub?
Cece made it impossible to go for the other guy right here, who I'll be honest with you, it's amazing that I'm the champ on the show and have been for probably like 6 months now, because I can't put a face or a name on this dude that Nurmagomedov is fighting. I don't like Nurmagomedov, but he does have dangerous tools. He's got a really good guillotine. I bet against him in the past and it's fucked me. But I'm gonna go with Nurmagomedov here, mostly because of what Christian just said. So give him to me.
I like it. I'm on the same side as you guys. He's also this actually was kind of a hard card to put a slime for me, but I like Saeed's skills. Like Mike Sloman said it best in the chat, right? He has 0 output. Great skills but never swings enough. He needs to put it on. He needs to go. Great kicks. He's got a long frame. That guillotine is death. Gafurov got taken down 4 times or 3 times last time out by John Castaneda, got outworked as well. This guy is looking for one setup power punch. Nurmagomedov has been in there with better people. He's fought better people. I think he's starting to peak here. I think he's underrated. He hasn't proven that he's underrated, but skill-wise, what he can do, I think is underrated, because I do think he's very good. He's got submissions. He can deal with wrestling. He can deal with pressure. He just needs to let it all go. I like Saeed here. I like him in a slime ball parlay as well. Spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen the Anchor yet. I put 2 units on Saeed. Kenny picked Saeed as well, but he didn't put extra units on him. I put 2 units on Saeed. For some reason, it wasn't quite a lightning bolt strike when I saw this fight, but something just stood out that I think he is more superior fighter of Gafurov. I think Gafurov can only has one chance to win, and that's taking out and lay on you. I don't think that's going to happen with Saeed, especially with some of the threats he has. So give me Saeed. All right, next up, Ikram Aliskerov. -600 versus Warlley Alves, +430. I know this line's a moving. We'll wait till Trindaddy, who's working for free, by the way. I'm going to send him some merch. I got some merch in the works. By the way, for merch for people on the Anik and Florian, you were here for the Anik and Florian, johnanik.com. They got some dope shirts. Average Joe, who did my new artwork, did all the shirts over there. The shirt with my dumb face on it is getting released Friday. And you go over there, you can use a discount code. It's like 20% off. Super, super nice shirts. I haven't got them yet. I have ordered some. They haven't came in yet, but from what I understand from John is they're fucking very nice. So
you can buy my merch at christiancostello.com. Also,
christiancostello.com. He has a shirt that says "I am a fucking casual" or "I'd rather be gardening." He's got some dope merch. But 20% off for the week. Yep, there. Thank you, Lazy Bed. All right, Ikram Aliskerov -600, Warlley Alves +440, over 1.5 +142, under -190. I'm gonna go first because I like Ikram Aliskerov. This is a guy who I had eyes on when he lost to Chimaev. This was Khabib's guy. This was a guy who was fast-tracked to the UFC, and then Chimaev fucking knocks him out, right? Debuts in the UFC, looks phenomenal. Was a little slow starting against Phil Hawes, but then found it, showed durability. Phil Hawes is one of the best offensive fighters in the UFC. He cannot take a shot. But when he's offensive, he's so good. If that guy had a chin and maybe a little bit of cardio, he'd be a real problem. He just can't take a shot. Aliskerov's supposed to fight Costa. He's supposed to fight someone else. This all bounced around. Now he's getting Warlley Alves, who has played spoiler before. Colby Covington got choked out by Warlley Alves. That was a guy entering the UFC everyone was high on. This American wrestler choked out. Then Munir Lazzez, who debuted and looked phenomenal went against Warlley Alves, got put out. Warlley Alves has been spoiler before. With that being said, he's a little long in the tooth. He's got about 1 round in him. If Ikram can last 1 round with Phil Hawes and take some of those punishments, I don't think Alves has much for him. -600 is beefy. He was going to be in the slime ball parlay, but that is just too high of a price. I like him by finish. I like him by finish in round 1, possibly round 2. You can see what the odds are, but I like him coming out here making a statement. People didn't think he should be fighting Costa. Costa didn't set the fight. This guy's ready. He's ready for the big time. He's been ready for a while. And I like him a lot here. I think him and Chimaev, depending what happens to Chimaev on Saturday night, I think they're going to cross paths one day, probably for the title in the UFC. I think both these guys are good. Timbo, take it away, babe.
Whoa, follow that. My man's high on Aliskerov.
No, I was going to compliment how good that breakdown
for the
was.
title.
I think he'll fight for the title.
Good. Damn.
He's good. He's good.
Yeah, folks. I mean, they're going to talk about it at least 10 times on the broadcast on Saturday about how Warlley Alves beat Colby Covington. Yeah, but yeah, I mean he's dangerous, but I'm all over Aliskerov too. I think their line is probably probably right. I don't really know how it'll go down. I know he's notorious for submissions, but Alves is good off his back. But he's been submitted before, so I think maybe a spread bet here. Aliskerov at -3.5 just dominates and gets maybe a decision, but yeah, give me the young buck here.
Love it, Christian. What you got, man?
Yeah, I don't know what that. I didn't even think about the -3.5 here, but I'm with you guys. That's exactly your breakdowns are exactly how I feel. I think he's going to break him down early and get the finish somewhere towards the end of the first round, beginning of the second. I was just thinking of funky bets I was going to do because that's this card, almost all you can do. So I think I might do something with the time, like over 2 minutes, less than 7.5 minutes, because I think honestly he's going to wear him down early, probably ground and pound him out.
Get a little funky. I like it.
Yeah, well, the lines almost make you have to this week, but yeah, couldn't agree more. I think, I mean, slime forever. This is
I was thinking about hey, Luke Lopez, what's up, babe? What's up, babe? I was thinking about adding him and having a 4 slime ball parlay, an a la mode parlay, as I call it. But every time I do that, it never works. You know what I mean? Because like my slime ball parlay, admittedly, is not juicy this week. It's still plus number, low plus number, but I think it's going to win. But I was going to add him, and it didn't give any value because of the whatever. But I do like him a lot. That's a mortal lock candidate for me. I mean, after I spoke so highly of him, how can you not? All right, now we're going to get the meat and potatoes. These 3 final fights I'm very excited about. Magomed and Ankalaev, -360 versus Johnny Walker, +285. 205 is wide open, boys. Ankalaev got basically put to the back of the line after his December performance against Jan. Dana was so pissed. I was there live. Dana leaves, calls Jamal Hill and goes, yo, can you fight Glover in Brazil next month? Jamal Hill's like, yeah, because these dudes aren't getting the title, right? I do think Ankalaev is good. I'm going to hear from Christian first. How do you like this fight breaking down? I see a lot of people liking the dog here. Which way are you leaning, babe?
Dang, I was hoping you guys would go first because the only one on the card I haven't picked yet. So I guess you'll
I'll go first. Timbo, you want to go first? You want me to go first? We'll circle back.
I'll do it. No,
Okay. You're out. You're out. You're getting skipped over. Timbo, go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty easy. I mean, Ankalaev, despite how fucking boring he can be, he's fucking safe and he's precise, and he'll likely put Johnny Walker out. Johnny Walker has no patience. We've seen it. He goes after it, and he'll likely get caught. And if he doesn't go after it, he's not the points fighter that Ankalaev is, or the wrestler. I don't see a way Johnny Walker wins this fight, and I like him. He's exciting, but he's biting off a little bit more than he can chew in this one. He's going to pay for it.
Yeah.
So give me Ankalaev here. I think the line is about right as well.
I agree with you. And Patrick Friend is in the chat. I love the Friend brothers. They DM me every once in a while. And again, they're sharp guys. They give me picks. He DM me and said, hey, I like Tim Elliott by decision, +500. What do you think about that? I said, I love that. I like him by split decision too. This is this morning. And then he goes, I like Johnny Walker. And I go, man, really? Because I'm high on Magomedov and Ankalaev. Now, a little story about me and the Friend brothers is every time, and this has happened maybe 2 or 3 times, they had this bit where they always pick Chase Sherman. That doesn't count. Every time they've sent me a pick and I disagree with them, they fucking win. So it scares me But I'm going Ankalaev here. I'm sliming him up. I don't know how Johnny Walker wins unless he wins a first-round knockout, which is a very good number to play. Johnny Walker, first-round KO, great number. Ankalaev is just so sturdy, solid, crisp. Those guys in Vegas says when he goes down there in trains and spars with those guys down in Stream Tour, he's like untouchable. He's like levels above. He's that good. A little boring in the cage. His fight with Jan Blachowicz, he got his leg kicked off, had to pivot to wrestling. He can grapple. Sometimes he goes out there when they're trying to push him. Oh, we're going to give you a main event against Thiago Santos, 2 bangers. And it was like a dud, boring ass fight, right? But he does have pop. He can knock you out. And Johnny Walker's chin is trash. There's been that video going around of him getting knocked out 3 times in one fight. Have you guys seen that outside the UFC?
Yeah.
He gets knocked out 3 times in one fight. And every time Johnny Walker gets knocked out, it's very funny. His body does weird things. It's hilarious. I think Johnny Walker, his biggest problem is he's cutting way too much weight to get to 205. This guy is enormous. He should be a heavyweight. Heavyweight's wide open. The guy's 6'4", thick as can be, dehydrating your brain to get to 205. All that training camp getting to 205. That's what I mean. I don't think his chin will ever be great, but cutting to 205 is not helping. Give me Ankalaev. I like Ankalaev by decision, or excuse me, by finish, probably by TKO on the ground, or maybe even standing. And I like him as slime ball parlay as well. Possible mortal lock if I can get him. All over it. I have to disagree with Patrick Friend. If Patrick Friend is right, I got to reevaluate some things. Every time he gives me a pick, I'm riding with it. I don't tail anybody. I tail my own brain. I'm tailing that guy from now on. Okay, that's just what it's gonna be. Christian, what do you like about it, bub?
Yeah, I don't like you guys' breakdowns. It should be as simple as Ankalaev getting a takedown and probably being able to get a win. Problem is he never does what he's supposed to. He fights close and he fights similar to whoever he's fighting. He's unimpressive in there. Luckily, he's got that last name because his style would be unlikable to almost any judge anywhere. I see this more as a kickboxing match because I don't think he'll wrestle. The only way he'll start to wrestle is if he's hurt or something. It'll be, it might be too late. I'm going to take the guy with the elite athleticism, the 7-inch reach advantage that actually has knockout potential that could finish somebody. He might get knocked out, but plus 275 for the better, bigger athlete against a guy who has never impressed me. Yeah, give me Johnny Walker. And it's another plus 3.5 bet that I'll take.
I don't like your breakdown. So what do you think about that?
I don't like it either. I don't like it.
I don't like yours. By the way, Ankalaev has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knockouts in the UFC. Yeah. The guy's got some power. He's got 5 knockouts in the UFC. That's more knockouts than Johnny Walker, not counting Justin Ledette, okay? That guy's ripping ticket stubs at some amusement park in Texas, all right? No. Johnny Walker ain't no
Two of them are over Kutalaba. And
hey, bitch, the one didn't count.
He was going to finish him that time.
You know what? You want to bet?
I want to bet something on this one.
Yeah, let's bet something, bitch. All right, how about this? If Walker's obviously the underdog, so
I'm taking that plus 3.5.
Okay, so you can take a 60-40 bet like we do. You win, you get 60. I win, I get 40. Or I'll pay you $100. Or I'll pay you $100 if Walker knocks him out. And if he doesn't knock him out and he gets knocked out, you pay me $50.
Wait. So what happens if it goes? What happens if it goes the distance?
We can do either way. So which one do you want to do? You want to do knockout only, or do you want to do straight up?
I have to do I got to see how close your math is to. I don't think it's very good.
Don't worry about my math. It's fucking great. Knockout, you win $100, and if.
Well, I think I'm better taking the action from the books than you.
He's such a knockout artist, as you say. Take the action.
Elite athleticism.
Elite athleticism. Guy flops all the time like a goddamn fish. He hurts himself when he celebrates. The guy's made of flowers. Come on. What do you want?
All right.
You know what it is?
Hang on. The first option?
Hang on. I'll put the hammer back. You're pissing your pants because of the hammer. Let me put that back, all right? Don't piss your pants because of the hammer. All right, it's done. First option, money line. Walker wins, you get 60. He loses, I get 40. Or knockout. Ankalaev wins. He wins by a knockout. I get 50. Walker wins by knockout. You get 100.
Okay, but if it goes the distance, then it's a no bet.
Well, you got to pick which option you want.
Option 2, but if it goes, then
okay.
if it goes,
right.
Distance,
yeah. You're right. Correct.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah. All right, good. You're fucking. You just pay me $50.
You want to bet?
You want bet? I gotta get a shirt that says that. Won't bet. All right, next up, co-main event. Woo, boys! You boys know I'm a Marty Usman fan. I am a Kamaru Usman fan. Kamaru Usman plus 225 versus Khamzat Chimaev minus 278. This line is a moving. Kamaru, the rumor started that he hurt his knee. He came out, said he didn't hurt his knee. I think his knees are always hurt. I didn't hear him say it, something popped or whatever. I didn't hear him say it on the video. Either way, he's going in there fighting no matter what. I mean, he's getting paid a ton of money, taking us a short notice, fighting Chimaev that apparently no one really wants to fight. Kamaru Usman was like, apparently from what I heard, I don't have any names, but Kamaru Usman was the third guy they called. They called two other guys. Obviously, Costa was out. They called two other guys, and they said no. And Usman said yes. So that tells you
everything. I'd love to know who that was.
I know. I would love to know. I want to know the name. I don't know the names, but
probably Anthony Smith.
My inside sources, you boys know I got some sources. They told me no names. I couldn't name. I would name names if I could. They said 3 people turned it down. Kamaru was the 4th call.
So Colby was one, obviously.
Probably, yeah. But this is at 85 too, so they probably called 85ers. Colby's coming up with Leon. I don't know.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, there are some options out there. Right. I don't know who they called. They didn't call Bo Nickel, which would have been great. Kamaru Usman plus 250. Khamzat Chimaev minus 310. I got a lot to say about this fight, so you guys want me to go first or last?
Take it, brother.
All right, here we go. So I love Kamaru Usman. You guys know that, right? I think this is a better fight, hands down, than Paulo Costa. I think Paulo Costa shouldn't be in the UFC. You got to cut him. He demands more money. He doesn't ever fight. He's always hurt. He doesn't have a win over someone ranked in the UFC. All his wins are no longer people in the UFC. Get the guy out of here. He looks great. Looks like Brazilian Superman. Funny, right? The secret juice stuff and all that, great. His broken English, great. But guy needs to fight, right? And it's a serious injury. He got a hole in his elbow. What are you going to do? I love this fight more. Kamaru Usman coming in. He says he's going to weigh about 182, 183. He was already in shape. He was training with Gaethje for Poirier. Then he went back to Florida, and he's at Kill Cliff. So he's working every day with Kill Cliff, with Gil Burns, all those good guys on there. And this is at 85, obviously. Khamzat Chimaev is looking big. He's a tall, lanky guy. Usman more of a short, stocky dude. Everyone talks about the wrestling. I don't know if they're going to wrestle. Chimaev has 2 ways to fight. He comes out and he shoots at you in 2 seconds, or he comes out there, stalks you, throws a right hand, knocks you out, or goes to war like the Gilbert Burns. I think he's going to want to hit Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman has been hurt early in fights. Gilbert Burns stopped him in fights. Leon Edwards hurt him early in that fight. Colby even rattled him a little bit in their first fight as well. On the feet, defensively, early Kamaru, until he gets in his groove, is a little vulnerable, right? So Chimaev's got to come out early. So Chimaev round 1 KO, I think, is a play here. You guys know I have misread Chimaev from the get-go. I didn't think anything was special about this guy. Dead wrong. Couldn't have been more wrong about this guy. He has an it factor. He's a talented fighter. He's a fucking global superstar. He truly, truly is. But this is a high-level fight for him. Big step competition. He's only had 12 fights in MMA. That's not a lot. It's going to come down to the griminess. I keep going back to the Gilbert Burns fight where Chimaev faded a little bit. You fade against Kamaru, it's going to be bad news. And I'll go ahead and fully admit this. This is a heart pick. This isn't an analytical Brian Petrie pick. This is a heart pick. I'm going Kamaru Usman. I think he wins by decision. And I think he can get it done in there. I think he can make it ugly. Now, if Chimaev goes out there and dog walks Usman, I will claim him the next 85 champion. No one dog walks Usman, right? People are forgetting the first Leon Edwards fight, he dominated. He got head kick, got knocked out. Second fight was close, right? This guy doesn't get dog walked by people. If Chimaev does that, we get a real fucking problem on our hands, boys. That dude is on another level, and people already see it, and people already think he is. I'm not there yet. So I'm going to go with the proven guy. I'm going to go with Usman, the griminess. I don't know how he wins a decision in Abu Dhabi because Chimaev was getting pops like crazy at the press conference today. But I think if he can win, he'll lose round 1. It's got to win 2 and 3. And I'm willing to put money on it. I'm going to go Usman by decision. Gorgeous number. I know you guys hate that pick. We'll go with Timbo because Timbo already went when I gave the Usman pick. So let's hear it, bud. Hey, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, Usman's a Hall of Famer. He's a fucking legend. I love him. And this would be one of them fights where I'm happy either way. Could put a significant amount of money on Chimaev. And if he loses, it sucks I'll lose money, but it'll be awesome because he loses, because I absolutely despise him. I fucking hate this guy. I hope Usman goes out and fucking sleeps him. No, I don't hope he sleeps him. I hope he fucking grinds him out and just beats the fucking shit out of him for fucking 15 minutes. That would be so awesome. But it's not going to happen because, unfortunately, Usman is just doing this for a paycheck. He wants to get paid. He's going to get paid, but he's going to get fucked up. So give me Chimaev here. Unfortunately, the minus 310, I think that's hella value. Give me Chimaev.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad value at all because Chimaev is he closes north of 300 every time he fights. And Chinati just showed the line. Kamaru Usman by decision plus 550 added to my card. I like that. I like that spot for him there. Again, I've admitted it. A lot of cappers won't admit it. I admit it. Sometimes I'm biased, and I'm hanging on to Kamaru Usman one last time here. He's in my Mount Rushmore 170-pound fighters. You got GSP, you got Kamaru Usman, you got Matt Hughes, you got Robbie Lawler. Those are my Mount Rushmore 170-pound fighters. And again, I like Marty where people don't like him. So,
you said GSP. What? My bad.
GSP.
You said GSP, didn't you?
Yeah, he's number one. GSP. Some people think Kamaru eclipsed GSP. I don't think GSP you don't get GSPs often. He's a rare breed. He's number one. I think Kamaru's number two though. Christian, what do you got, babe?
Brian, can you also confirm that you picked both John Phillips and the Leech over Chimaev?
I don't think I picked John Phillips. Did I?
Or Reese McKee, one of the two.
I picked Reese McKee.
Okay. So
I picked Reese McKee. I don't think I picked John Phillips because that was before like my Chimaev hate. I didn't really know this guy. I might have checked the tapes. I'm not saying I didn't. I definitely picked Reese McKee. I definitely picked the Leech. I don't know if I picked Kevin Holland. I don't remember if I picked Burns or not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm listen, I'm on the wrong side all the time. Fully admit it. I'm too bitter. But listen, if he dog walks Usman, you might be seeing me with a fucking Wolf Chimaev shirt next time going, I've always been on his side. Look at me. I don't know. I'll flip so quick. All right, CC, what you got, babe?
Yeah. So one part of your breakdown, you said like you referenced Burns law. I think that's the only thing you can do when you break this fight down. It's the only thing. And it luckily they have a common opponent, and one of them looked much better against a common opponent. I don't know if that counts as like MMA math, but I just find that's the best thing to focus on when you're looking at not how this fight will go, but how they looked. And Chimaev looked very hittable. He didn't look great hitting. He looked gassed from doing it, like from taking him down a few times. Burns had really no problem shucking the takedowns off, getting back up. And Usman is phenomenal compared to Burns as a wrestler. Yeah. Much better, really, in every aspect of wrestling. Obviously, his athleticism looks like it's slipping a bit in that last Leon Edwards fight, not the first one. But, everybody has an off night. The guy's still only, I think, 35, 34, 35, 36, somewhere in that range. So he's got a few years left in him. Man, Chimaev has looked so good, though, and has pretty much ragdolled everybody. I'm not sure Usman is done yet. He stuffed pretty much every takedown as well, other than in that last fight. I bet he can still stuff some takedowns, even from somebody like Chimaev. I think this fight's going to end up taking place more on the feet. Usman's probably, I don't know who's shown better power. Usman's knocked out better fighters. If it's a boxing match and you're giving me one of the best fighters of all time at plus 275, or I haven't checked the most recent line, but give me Usman in this fight as well. I'm not as big of a fan as you are, but it's
that surprised me.
An all-time great.
Timbo's disgusted with us, dude.
Yeah, I am. Y'all are better than this, man. What are y'all doing? He's taking the fight on like fucking 2 weeks' notice.
I agree.
Not his weight class.
Christian, since you've been dog shitting Timbo and I's breakdown, I actually liked your breakdown, okay? And I liked that you said against the Leon fight, he did look stiff. He didn't look loose. He didn't look flowy. He was rushing things, and Leon was just on point. It was still a close fight, but it was a weird performance because Kamaru's never been the best striker, the best grappler. He doesn't have submissions, right? Good takedown defense, but his will and his determination and the fact that he moves forward and he puts a pace on you is what breaks guys. And Chimaev hasn't fought in a while, and he looked like he could have broke in that Gilbert Burns fight. And Gilbert Burns wasn't putting a ton of pressure on him, and I think Usman can land some shots if Chimaev gets overly confident. Chimaev's a stud, though. I hand up, I've been wrong on him. I kind of want him to win. I love Usman, and I'm picking Usman value because I love him. But imagine Chimaev winning and going to fight Sean Strickland, right? Because 85 again's wide open. Izzy said, I'm taking years off. I ain't coming back for a while. So Kazan's the guy to go fight Sean Strickland, and they train together extensively at Extreme Couture. And there's some rumblings that it got very contentious and personal between the two. Sean is kind of the leader of that gym. Kazan came in kind of big dick swinging, and they had some fucking battles in that gym. Kazan came out and said, hey, I took Sean down. I held him down. I submitted him. I punched him. Like, I dominated him. Sean hasn't responded to that yet, but that's a fight I want to look forward to. Kamaru Usman already beat Sean Strickland. That's a different Sean Strickland now at 185. I'd be interested to see. But, yeah, I just think Kamaru Usman has one left in his tank here. And I think this is going to be fraud time, right? Is Chimaev a fraud or not? Which I don't think he is. Even if he loses Usman, he's not a fraud, but we'll see how he performs. Very excited for this fight. Main event, Islam Makhachev minus 258 versus Alexander Volkanovski plus 210. What a great main event. The balls of Volkanovski stepping in here, basically off the couch, had arm surgery at like the end of September or August or beginning of September, whenever it was, had his left arm operated on for some injury. I never got the details of that. And stepping in, fighting a guy that he basically lost 4 rounds to 1. You can argue it was closer or whatever. 4 rounds to 1 essentially is what a lot of people had the first fight. Very close fight though, but Islam did enough to win a lot of those rounds at the end besides the 5th round. And he's coming in here full of confidence. He says, I can't pay this guy respect. I got to fucking march forward and do it to him. I love this. I love the sound bites I'm getting. Islam apparently IV'd last time because the rehydration was a lot shorter because they were in Australia. A lot of things are going on. Christian, I'm dying to know what you got in the main event, babe.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it ended up being a great main event last time. I was very confident in Islam getting the sub last time. I mean, I was like all in on it. I was very surprised by how good Volkanovski looked. My takeaway even after the fight was like, wow, he is the pound for pound best fighter. And I know there's like a lot of disagreement over that. It was like, and again, I think I scored at 49-46, but it was a very close 49-46. These are probably the 2 best fighters in the world. So I hate rematches, but I could watch this fight week in and week out. They're just both so good. And the fight, even in a wide decision that wasn't really that wide, it was just a fantastic fight. Now, the problem is the 11 days notice. We got Volkanovski at home at his best, preparing for this fight for months. And, maybe, I don't know if he knew it was going to be more than 11 days, but no matter how much time, even if it was 2 weeks, even 3 weeks, that's just probably not the amount of time that you need to fight somebody like Islam, who is either the best or the second best fighter. They're 1-2 no matter how you score it. I wish he wasn't doing it. I could have waited to see this fight another time. He got that surgery, 6 weeks ago or something like that.
I think the end of August, beginning of September, he got the surgery. Right after his Yahya fight. 4-6
weeks ago, 8 weeks at most. Last fight, he looked his all-time best. And look, I didn't have any problem scoring it. I knew he had lost the fight. And as much as I kind of would like him to win, I just don't see it happening. I think Islam will sub him this time. I think that short notice is just going to be too much to overcome, no matter how good of shape he's in. That was the best we've ever seen. It's the best we've ever seen him, even though it was a loss. I just don't think he can do it. Islam's too big. They're both, I bet we'll see some new wrinkles in each of their games, but I just expect probably another 49-46 decision, but I'm going to go with the sub here. I think he's going to get him this time.
All right. Timbo, what do you got, babe?
I flip-flopped on this at least 3 times just while Christian was giving his breakdown there. And if you recall the end of the last fight, they're saying like, okay, Islam won the fight, but Volk won the war. I think Volk had him broken at the end of that fight. Yeah. He broke Islam. And if there was another round left in that fight, Volk's taking that home. There's a lot of nuances here, obviously, with the short notice element of it. But I mean, Volk's a champ. And I think he's going to pick off where he left off. And I think Volk gets it done here, man. I think he broke him in round 5 of the last fight. There's good value here. Not as good as I would like by any means. But give me Volk here. God, I can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah, I mean, I fucking believe it. So yeah, give me Volk here. I'm trusting him. I think he's going to get it done.
Woo! So we got 2 splits. I love it. I love this fight. I like this better than Oliveira. I've been on record saying I think the Oliveira fight. I think the Oliveira fight would have ended the same way. I think Islam would have taken it out and submitted him again. Volkanovski trained. The X factor in this is Craig Jones. See, I disagree with Christian. I think the best we've seen Volkanovski was after the Islam fight when he fought Yahya. That was a problem. That was a
Fucked
guy
him
who
up.
went in there against a good striker, outstruck him, took him down, beat the shit out of the guy, and finished him, right? Volkanovski is a different breed, different animal. And I believe when he says it, he released a statement on his YouTube video that said, I accept this on 12 days. Immediately went to the gym. If anyone can do it, it's me. At the press conference today, Islam's going, you're here for money. And Volkanovski's like, no, it burns me up that I lost to you last time because I paid you too much respect. I'm here because I want this fight. That's why he took it. He didn't have to take it. They said, you're going to fight Topuria in January, maybe in Australia. Big card in January. You'll kick off the new year, get paid a ton of money. He goes, no, I want this fight, right? Apparently other people called. Poirier turned it down. I know that for a fact. Poirier was a phone call that turned it down. Justin Gaethje turned it down, said he couldn't make weight. I think there was another fighter that turned it down, couldn't make weight. So Volkanovski, they didn't think could do it because of the surgery and the fact that he's like, oh, would you really want this rematch on 12 days notice? He said, fuck yeah. The balls in this guy is crazy. He's quickly becoming one of my favorite fighters to watch. Now, if you watch the first fight, which I just did today again, Islam did great on the feet, hurt Volkanovski, dropped him on the feet. Islam's got a good left hand. He's a big dude for 55. I think Volk was so worried about the takedown in wrestling, his stand-up just went out the window until later in the fight where he started to catch him and start to find some shots and dropped him in that 5th round and was like, wow, if I go to the ground with this guy, I'm okay. Craig Jones, X Factor with Volkanovski, working on the ground, one of the best, if not the best jiu-jitsu practitioners, not named Gordon Ryan. He flew out to Australia, helped him right away. He's done leaps and bounds since they worked together first for Islam, the Yahya camp. Now this camp, I know it's not really a camp. I like Volkanovski here. I like him as well. I think he gets it done. I think we're going to get a finish as well. I'm going to play Volkanovski by a late KO, maybe 2nd or 3rd round. I think he'll catch Islam. Islam has no chin. Every time he got hit by Volkanovski in the first fight, he got scared. He gets hit by other people. He gets scared. He's got that dominating wrestling pressure, submissions. He's not submitting Volkanovski. There's no way he can do it. He could win a decision, but I like Volkanovski. And if we're burning the boats, like Volkanovski says, fuck it, burn the boats and throw him, knockout right there. Give me the plus money knockout, Volkanovski. Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's fucking get it.
That was a good one.
Boys. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm fucking hyped.
Lock time.
I'm excited after that.
Let's go. Timbo, you're the champ. So you get first dibs at locks. You know the deal. Mortal lock. Send them home. Dog lock, whatever you want. Look over your card. Tell me who you like first for whatever lock you want.
Yeah, you made it easy. Give me one sec, fellas. Sorry. Make sure you check out fucking Brian Petrie
Man, did you
on
see
the
that? Both by
Recording
knockout plus
Podcast.
500. Damn.
Yeah. I like that.
That's a great line, no matter what side you're on. Thanks, Trin.
Trinidadi's the best, man.
Give me dog lock. Give me Yahya.
Yahya dog lock. Okay. And I have one lock written down on my paper, and that's Yahya dog lock. So fuck you, Timbo. Great pick, but fuck you, Timbo. All right, CC dog lock, man. What do you got?
Give me Breeden.
Mike Breeden, you are that's a fucking asshole lock. You ain't gonna win that. All right, dude. Dog lock Breeden. All right, so I got to switch it up here. My dog lock will be, you know, just to go for like a little bang for your buck. Give me Timmy Elliott. Timmy Elliott dog lock.
I mean, there's only one fight in the plus 100s on this entire card, so it's like I mean, Timbo took it already, so
I know.
Like,
but I mean, if we're going, I mean, that's 5 points right there. If I hit fucking Tim Elliott by a lock, which I've already picked him, I thought he's gonna win. So there you go. All right, Christian, we got mortal lock and send him home. Which one do you want, babe?
I want the send him, and I want Ikram.
Ikram Aliskerov, send him home. Great pick. I like that pick myself. Timbo, what do you got, babe?
Send him home, Ankalaev.
Ankalaev, you guys are stealing all my fucking picks, bro. Yeah, I could have used both.
I like Ankalaev by submission, by the way.
Ankalaev by submission.
I think he takes him. Yeah, I think it takes him down and fucking like arm triangles.
I kind of thought that as well. Johnny Walker's chin so bad. I feel like if his head's pinned against the canvas and one shot hits and you have nowhere to move your head, he's out. He's dead, right? He might die in the cage. I like both those picks. My send him home. Let me pivot here. My send him home will be damn, man. you know what? Since I'm just swing, I haven't won a title in years, and I gotta fucking take chances. Give me Volkanovski, send him home. I did say by knockout.
Hell yeah.
You know, burn the fucking boats, baby. All right, Mortal Lock time. I get to go first, but you already took all my fucking picks. We'll go Saeed Nurmagomedov. I like that. Saeed's gonna be my Mortal Lock. Timbo, Mortal Lock.
Yeah, I had this really easy. I fuck with Usman. I didn't used to, but I've gained a lot of respect for him, just how he handled the Leon Edwards loss the first time. You know, he's been a fucking great champion, but Mortal Lock, Chimaev, lock it up.
Wow.
Yeah. I hate it. I fucking hate Chimaev, so it pains me to do it, but it'll be easy money. And easy keeping my strap.
Keeping that strap, especially when Christian and I are both on Usman. So that's smart right there. That's a smart game plan. Christian, Mortal Lock, babe. Who you got? You can double up with Mike Breeden since you're so goddamn confident.
Man, so these are all Dev Tejada lines if you want to pick a Mortal. Yeah. I'll take Islam though. I think Islam wins it pretty easy.
Okay. Islam for Mortal Lock. All right. So I'm going to get the slime ball in a minute. Let me recap everyone's locks just for the record if you're just not home. Christian's Mortal Lock is Islam Makhachev. His send him home is Ikram Aliskerov. And his dog lock is Mike Breeden. I can't believe I just had to say that out loud. Timbo's dog lock is Muhammad Yahya. Great pick. His send him home is Magomed Ankalaev. Great pick. And his Mortal Lock is Chimaev. Dog shit pick. My Mortal Locks are Saeed Nurmagomedov, dog lock Tim Elliott, send him home, Alexander Volkanovski, burn the boats, baby. And the slime ball parlay, I already gave you the green hammer. A slime ball parlay is going to be, let me read it from my little book here. Let's do it right. Anshul Jubli, number 1. Magomed Ankalaev, number 2. Saeed Nurmagomedov, number 3. You can add Ikram Aliskerov. It gives you, that's plus 148. If you add Ikram, that's plus 188. And my green hammer is Yahya peak over 1.5. So
let's get it.
Again, those are just winners after winners after winners. Woo! Chat, you've been amazing. Thank you, Trindaddy. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Hit that subscribe button, like and review, all that bullshit. We appreciate it. You guys are the best. Timbo, Christian, you guys are the best. Let's have a weekend, boys. Midday card. Christian will watch it, but midday card.
Not the early.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.